Broadcasting from Tagaytay, Philippines.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Star Wars Family Channel. We are on the road again, and hopefully getting a couple things done again today. We are returning to Dasmarinas, the Robinsons, right?
Yep, we're going to Robinson's Dasmarinas for the Bureau of Immigration.
Yep.
Shout out to those people there. Really, we were told that we're going to pick up his documents, and we were told that the waiting time is 1 month, but it's been just 15 days and it's ready for pickup.
Yep. So we're gonna go try to get that done because I need to get the ID from there, and then we are gonna try to head to the LTO, or probably more known in the States as the DMV. But yeah, we're going there to get a driver's license since it's just over a year that we're here now, and yeah, time to get a local driver's license. Other than that, guys, we will probably make a couple other stops, and maybe we'll shoot this all in one video. Maybe we'll make a couple of different videos, but come along with us either way. As you can see, we are sporting a new shirt. Well, I shouldn't say we, one of us.
I love this. This is just so timely that the season 2 came out.
Yeah, so
I hope you watch it. It's superb.
Yeah, so if you're watching this is right after the premiere of season 2
of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, and so of course we know that we saw some armor, and Jedi Mommy happened to get her Boba cereal shirt, which, I mean, I gotta be honest, guys, if you don't have these shirts, or if you haven't seen these shirts by Funko, definitely check them out. There's a whole line of cereals. Fortunately, my mom actually thought there was cereal inside the box, but it's just a cereal themed box, and the box is really nice, guys. I mean, you should get it even for the box.
We preserved the box.
Yeah, we preserved the box, and then of course the shirt, is great. I mean, it's what was it, Boba Fett cinnamon toasted cereal.
Yeah, Sophia got the Vader Crunch. If you haven't liked our page on Facebook, we posted it there. We posted the boxes and then the shirts that we got, and there's more coming.
Yeah, so you'll see here that the cereal's no good to me, soggy. Most of you catch on to that line. But anyhow, guys, we will transition to Dasmarinas and let you know what happens when we get there. Alright, guys, we're back. We just got done in Dasmarinas Robinsons. We were able to get our paperwork, and so it's pretty much a quick trip. Well, not a lot to see. We did get a chance to stop by the hardware store and buy some materials for the leaks that we're having in the house. If you watch some of our live feeds and some of our updates on Facebook, you saw that Typhoon Raleigh came through, and right before that, Typhoon Quinta. So we've had a good amount of rain, and unfortunately, it's allowed us to find some leaks in the house.
Discovered some leaks, so we got a few silicone.
Yeah, a few different sealants to hopefully take care of that. And now we are on our way to the LTO in Tagaytay. So a lot of driving around this morning, but hopefully we'll get everything done. And as you know, it's still quarantine, so the kids aren't out with us, so that makes it extra hard. But we're just trying to get our errands run and do the things we need to do. But hopefully we'll be able to take you by the LTO or the DMV, depending on where you live. We'll take you by there so you can have a look at how that process goes. I believe there'll be a brief medical check or medical clearance that I'll have to obtain, and then I think the rest should be good.
Yeah, we'll see. Because we researched online and they said that he doesn't have to take the exam because he can just show his international driver's license. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, although I'm curious almost to take the exam here because I'm really curious what people have to actually pass. Yeah, I think it's probably just don't kill anyone and drive. Other than that, you know, make up your own rules, do whatever is necessary for you, like I said before, for you to get from A to B. I don't really know what's involved in the driving test, but I tell you, I'm quite curious because even right now there's an ambulance passing us, no one's moving out of the way. In the meantime, the ambulance also isn't maintaining any kind of lane, just comes plowing into your lane. Hopefully you move, but it's kind of sad really because you would think in most cases when the lights are flashing, people know, move up, move over. You know, it's just a common right thing to do when somebody obviously is in need of an ambulance. Although here again, I don't know if someone's in need of an ambulance. I think maybe the guy just has to go to the bathroom, but you know, doesn't, you know, or he's rushing to get to his lunch appointment. I'm not even sure. I mean, they turn on the lights for anything here, and sometimes I don't even think they're actually having an emergency. I think they're just enjoying the power. Well, I can't even say that because there's really not any power because no one moves out of your way. But anyway, guys, that was just a tangent on driving. As always, you'll probably have those whenever I'm driving because, yeah, it's kind of fresh in front of you, and every day on the road I experience something new, a different rule or way of doing things.
Way of driving. It's just totally different driving in the Philippines. That's why they say if you've driven in Manila, you can drive anywhere in the world. If you've driven EDSA, you can drive anywhere in the world.
Yeah, I'd have to say it's pretty true. I don't know. I'm curious to know how people adjust to driving in a civilized driving area, though. So, like, if you drive in Manila and you're used to dodging pedestrians and you're used to randomly stopping for traffic to go across the main passageway, you know, like when you get to, say, the States, is it really that shocking that there's stoplights and stop signs and people actually obeying the rules? I don't know. I mean,
speaking of stop signs, that's one of the warnings that my cousin warned Sith Daddy about coming to the Philippines. He said, beware, in the Philippines there's no stop signs. So.
Yeah, but then there's just random stops, so that's what's even crazier. There's crosswalks. In fact, you know, I should have had the camera turned around. So there's a perfectly good crosswalk here, and I'm sure some people may use it, but for the most part, I'm not even sure why there's crosswalks, because people just cross wherever they feel like, and cars will just stop, and buses will stop, and sometimes there's no rhyme or reason for it. And it's literally when you're on the main road, when you have the main right of way. So it'd be like me being on the interstate and not only yielding, but actually coming to a complete stop for people to merge in traffic. Like, that's unheard of. Like, I mean, you get honked like crazy if you do that in the States because you're supposed to go with the flow of traffic, and then you're supposed to merge in, and if you're the merging vehicle, you don't have the right of way. You're waiting for your opportunity to merge. Here, if you're merging in, you just go. If your car happens to back up into the middle of a main road, you just back up into the middle of a main road. But honestly, the funniest ones for me are I guess when you're turning left. So if you can get halfway across, it's okay for you to just get halfway across and block traffic. You block traffic all the way until the point that the traffic on the far side of the road frees up so that you can complete your turn. You know, in the States, you would never go into traffic. You would just wait until it's clear on both sides and then you go. Here it's like, hey, if you can even get a quarter of the way out, go ahead. And you get a quarter of the way out, and then you get a halfway out, and then hopefully someone stops to let you all the way out. But in the meantime, you just block traffic on both sides of the road.
Traffic, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So it's really.
Harangan mo yan, harangan. Wala silang problema.
Yeah, it's taken some getting used to.
Yeah, of course. And of course, if you live near a roundabout, it's always our dilemma.
Yeah, so roundabouts, even in the States, have always been kind of an interesting experience because
we should turn the camera when we're near the roundabout
doing a roundabout.
Later.
But yeah, I mean, when you're in a roundabout in most countries, a lot of people have problems with it. I think the UK is probably the only place that has a lot of roundabouts. Maybe Europe in general, but they have a lot of roundabouts. They understand how they work, and they just do their thing. Here, the roundabout is like, I don't know, it's like a game of chicken. It's like, are you willing to get into the roundabout? So, as you know, people in the roundabout more or less have the right of way. Once they've already entered the roundabout, there's no reason for them to pause. Mm-hmm. And really, it's like the opposite here. You enter the roundabout at any time. You don't need to pause, but once you enter, be prepared to pause for other people entering. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it's really it's interesting. I mean, so far so good. I really haven't had any issues, and to be honest, other than being a little more alert, driving here isn't super complicated. It's just a little crazy, because you will do what you want. I mean, people start backing up in the middle of the road. You have traffic coming at you into your lane, and you see that in the States, but you only see that if it's an ambulance or a cop or some kind of emergency vehicle. But here, it could be anybody. You can have a trike coming at you. You can have a motorcycle. Doesn't matter. And, it's like, hey, I need to get to that store that's right there, and I'm going to take the quickest path, which is just cutting you off. There's no courtesy, no slow down, no pause, no directional sometimes. And of course, just like any other state, you also have the people that drive with their directional on constantly, but then never turn. What can I say? Driving's an adventure. But in fairness, driving's an adventure everywhere. I don't know too many places that I've driven that it hasn't been somewhat interesting, but the lack of rules here is what makes driving here really interesting, because you just never know. Every day, I tell you, I learn something new. Want to go in reverse here? Go in reverse. Go ahead. So anyway, guys, we are about halfway back to Tagaytay now. So we'll take a break here, but when we get to the LTO, hopefully we'll be able to bring you guys in and see what that experience is like. And if we go back through the roundabout, maybe we'll tune in at that point.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks again for tuning in as always, and we'll be back.
Alright, so we are now approaching LTO Tagaytay. I believe this LTO also services nearby towns. Furthest I know is Trece, because my cousins used to come here all the way from Trece, because there's no local LTO district office in Trece Martires. So yeah, let's see. I wonder if they're gonna let us in, because earlier, after the pandemic, they won't let us in.
Going for driver's license?
Chief, mag-check ng driver's license ng foreigner. Okay. Thank you. Yes, that's something. Okay, so there are offices here, car insurance, and some other assistance that they offer.
Medical.
There's also a driving academy there. Driving school, and of course,
The interesting parking lot.
this is the LTO. We'll go ahead and park first, and then we'll take you there. Okay guys, so we are now approaching the roundabout that we always talk about. So
yeah, just a quick recap for those of you tuning in. We're going to continue this video hopefully tomorrow. We went to our local LTO DMV, and evidently we have to go back to Dasmarinas or into Quezon City to actually obtain my driver's license. Supposedly it's not a big deal. Supposedly it's an easy process, but we got to go to the right place.
So we got to go to a main office, not just the district office, which would help if we knew, or if it was somewhere in the website.
They installed a new sign in the roundabout, says keep right. But yeah, as you can see, normally in the roundabout I'd be pausing here to let traffic with the right-of-way go through, but you don't. You just come on into the roundabout at any time. It's not a very trafficy day, so unfortunately this probably isn't our best example, but as you can see, the traffic slows down inside the roundabout instead of keeping going, and these guys who should have waited just come right on in. So there's really no, the purpose of the roundabout and how it works is really the opposite here.
Yeah, so like in Filipino, kung ikaw pa yung papasok pa lang, dapat ikaw yung magbibigay daan. So you should be yielding to people or the cars that's already
inside the roundabout. In fact, it's the exact opposite here. Like, people that are waiting to get into the roundabout really don't wait. They just come into the roundabout whenever they feel that they can get in. And therefore, those of you who are in the roundabout then have to pause and give them right of way, which doesn't make much sense.
Okay, we'll be back shortly. We'll just switch cameras.
All right, guys, welcome back to day 2. We are in search of the coveted LTO driver's license. We are on our way back to Dasma. This will actually be a little further into Dasma than we normally go, just to Robinson's. This will be the main LTO office there, which we had to wait for the computers to come back online, so thankfully we didn't make the trip yesterday to find that out.
It's always important to call.
Yeah.
If you can, call.
Yeah, call and hope someone answers. But yeah, so hopefully this will be a fairly painless process. That's what we constantly hear about. So we are on our way there. Thankfully there is little traffic in our way. However, we already ran into the usual fun this morning with bikes and trikes and vans.
And jeepneys, because jeepneys are back. They're operational again. So.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, we will I guess catch up with you when we get to the LTO and Dasma, and hopefully we'll have some good news, and we'll talk to you then. Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of attempting to get our LTO driver's license here in the Philippines.
Yep, day 3.
We are just arriving back at the LTO, and hopefully we will have a successful day. We'll try to get you some footage inside if we can. Not sure how that's going to go. Anyhow, guys, sorry for all the wind noise. I'm trying to keep cool. But yeah, we will get back to you here in a little bit, and we'll take you inside the LTO.
we just paid. We're done with the encoding and we just paid at the cashier. So Daddy's right there for his picture taking and biometrics. It's pretty quick once you get past the customer service. You just wait for your number and there's AC inside here. But if you see the people outside there, that's where we were from. That's where you line up to get to get to customer service, which is step 1. All right, we'll be back.
All right, guys. Well, we finally did it.
Yep, we're back.
Yeah, it took a couple of hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't shoot a 2-hour video, so it'll look much quicker in the video. But yeah, it was a 2-hour process. We had to, I guess, you'll watch the video, but just to summarize, upon arriving, you have to check in at customer service, which is probably the longest part of all of this. After you check in, they verify all your documents that you're eligible. You go over to get a quick medical exam. It's a fairly minimal expense, about 500 pesos.
Yeah, 450 for the medical, which is what, $9. And then after the medical was real quick. After that, we went ahead and went back to customer service, and then they checked all the documents again, but gave us a priority number for the next step, which is the encoding. And then after the encoding, we paid 785, which is 800. What's 800?
Yeah, so it's just less than 20 bucks.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, all in all, today probably cost us just under $30. Got everything done. After they do that, they do some biometrics, which you probably saw in the film, and then eventually you pay and check out and get your license.
Oh, I'm surprised actually that after the biometrics, they're the same people that released his license, and that's what, like, in a matter of less than 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
it was fairly quick after the customer service part. That's the one that really had the most waiting time. Yeah.
All right, so not exactly sure how this video is going to come out because we haven't cut it together yet, but as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the 3-day journey with us. And
yeah, we're gonna put it in the description box, everything we went through, whatever requirements, and Sid Daddy will also put in the schedule of fees that he took a picture of earlier, so you get informed.
yeah, schedule fees here. But anyway, guys, thanks as always for watching. If this video was informative to you, please give it a thumbs up. Obviously, comment below if you have any other questions. And then that'll take care of us for now, guys. Until next time.
Yeah. And don't forget to share this if you have expat friends or just the normal renewal of license. It goes about the same process. So this will be very helpful if you can share this. Get everyone informed. All right.
All right. Well, till next time, guys. We hope you're having a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for tuning in. May the force be with you.
Always.
Mama Pig Productions.